Hi. So, I felt that I would tell a story. One I've only recently, drawn a conclusion to, at least for now. So, this story I'll tell you about someone named, we'll call him David, because his name is David. So, this David was once my friend, and this would have been many years ago indeed. And, well, David was a bit of an outsider, as you can imagine anyone who'd be a friend of this odd little black cat might be. So, David, being the outsider that he was, into the peculiar and things like many of my running crew and friends back in the day, he ended up getting into a little trouble here and there, as one oftentimes finds oneself. When you get up to things, shall we say. So, time passes from then, the high school days and the actual legitimate community service. We were JCs at one time, if you can believe such a thing. So, we did any number of things. Things got weird once, and I never really understood why. There may or may not have been some bad blood, because I legitimately don't know. I don't know. It seemed like he thought I had done something to him, and hell, I had no idea until today. Earlier today, I ran into an old friend whom I'd not seen in some years. Another interesting story, perhaps, to tell. And, well, he's getting his life back together, and, well, that's always wonderful to see a person really taking care of themselves and trying to do better with things. So, now, he told me that, well, David's in jail now. They say for 10 years. Maybe less, depending on how he behaves and how things go while he's inside. But, he's been locked up for, what was it? I'm going to say trafficking heroin. Yes, trafficking heroin. Possibly through the Postal Service, though I couldn't say with any great certainty. I mean, I haven't looked up his case files or anything like that. This is all just based on one of the people that he used. So, this David, boy. Well, I guess we'll just go with the story I found today about how the world is ever so small. And you've got to excuse me if I'm using, my particularly flowery speech here. It just tickles me to no end, truly, to think of it all. And perhaps it will tickle you as well. I can only hope. So, David and I, we had this falling out some time ago, and, well, I hadn't really followed up with him much since, and then the few times that I would see him over at my friend's house, this friend has since moved far to the west, far west for me, lives outside of a place that doesn't exist anymore. He got to see he got to see paradise burn, and yet another story, and a particularly sad one at that. But that's for someone else to tell. It's not my tale. Anyway, my friend out in California, we would run into David every now and then as he would come over, mutual friends and the like. And there would always be a weird tension, especially when he brought over his girlfriend, a girl we'll call Jen, because her name is Jen. And of course, I might as well just go ahead and tell you their names, because why not? I mean, I'm just a little black cat. Who am I? Right? So, Jen and David were dating at some time. And, well, I had heard tale through another friend that this Jen, she had, by way of intravenous heroin use, I heard it was heroin. It could have been meth. Who knows? I'm not the expert here. That this Jen had contracted HIV, and I was a little concerned for my friend, so I asked this mutual friend, the one who's gone to California, if he knew anything about this, and he said, yes, I had heard the same. Mind you, this came through perhaps less than scrupulous sources. A friend whom we will call Steve, because, as always, his name was, and to my reckoning, still is, Steve. Steve is your classic friend junkie. He can't really ever quite get it together, but his heart's in the right place when it's not taken up with addiction and debt. Anyway, this Steve told us that he had known David had fooled around with this girl known to be infected, and, well, we couldn't confirm it anywhere else, but it seemed interesting enough amongst ourselves. Now, this Steve, having been asked, probably spread that around, being, the junkie type. My only guess is that this is how this got back to David. I only, again, just found this out today, but apparently he thought that I was spreading some sort of rumor that he had HIV. Well, no, I was merely concerned. He did, however, have diabetes, and, well, when you don't take care of yourself, these kind of things can happen. So it leads one to worry about another. I guess in my case, for no purpose whatsoever. Now then, this Jen, it may or may not have been her that was the one that was infected. I don't think so. I only knew her as a coke fiend. Well, I shouldn't say fiend. I only knew her as a frequent user of cocaine. So, oh no, my video's going to get demonetized. Yeah, like they're ever going to remonetize me ever, or pay me the money. Anywho. This Jen, I knew her as a frequent cocaine user. She got in with at least one or two of my friends, and, well, used them. Possibly 3, maybe 4, who knows. She got around. So this Jen, she was I will say safely, she was a gold digger. Probably still is, wherever she's found herself. I think she's done some time of her own since then. And, well, probably well deserved, in all honesty. I mean, she's used her share of people. Anyway, David thought that I had some desire for this loathsome creature, Jen, and it drove him to have further animosity towards yours truly, little old Evan. Well, so this guy hates my guts to the bone. And apparently even works on what opportunities he's availed himself to make my life a little harder. Funny for a guy who once tried to sell me, allegedly, I couldn't say it was an NFA item or not. I don't know. I didn't buy it, and thinking back, probably a wise decision. Anywho, old David's in jail now because he used too many people and, well, caused a ruckus and was dealing in too much heroin. And as we all know, heroin leads to trouble and addiction and death and jail. In his case, just trouble and jail. I don't know all the stories. If I find more, I'll be glad to share them. But from what I understand, he got bad on it. And he got so bad on it that he found he really liked it with crack cocaine. Because, why not? Speedballs are for fucking pussies. You need to do heroin and crack because why the fuck not? So take this as a cautionary tale, if you will. No matter where you start in life, how odd or interesting your pursuits, you can end in a deep and dark, terrible hole that you don't want to find yourself in. So, try not to. And, well, keep yourself safe. Don't do stupid things, and if you do stupid things, for the love of whatever you find holy, Christ, Yahweh, any other spaghetti monster or sky wizard that you like to pay homage to, stay safe out there, and, well, they're probably not watching out for you. It's down on you. So, don't be stupid. Anyway, don't be stupid. And don't get caught. If you are. And if you do, don't rat on anyone because it's wrong. Yeah? All my love. See you soon.